Good morning, everybody. I got a little bit of a dry throat today. Welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. We try to do this every Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, because again, remember, it's been almost 3 years. It's been 2.5 years that we moved back to my home state of Oklahoma. And I love being back here. I love being near my grandkids and my kids, of course. Well, I was watching everybody saying hello and everything, and I got real excited because I saw the winner of today's November giveaway. I saw your name came up. That's really exciting. Of course, I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet, okay? I'm in a mood today. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I've had some health struggles. And I am a little, stuffy and all that. That's just the weather, sinuses. I'm feeling fantastic. It's time to clinkety clink clink clink. Clink. I am drinking I know before I hated pumpkin spice, but I am a total spice girl now. Pumpkin spice, and I have a little bit of sugar-free vanilla cream in there. I really like it with the Irish cream, but my store was out of it, so I'm going to have to go to another store, I'm going to go tomorrow, see if I can find it. I did find the peppermint chocolate creamer, I guess it's peppermint mocha, in sugar-free, so I'm super happy about that. All right, so, there's something I wanted to tell you first off. Remember last week we talked about all of the squares that we're making every month to put them all together. And that I told you that I am going to use this. And I did look this up. You can get this on Hirschner's for $3.99. It's actually on sale right now. It's $2 off. Okay? And each one of these, they're medium weight number 4. Why do they write these so tiny on these labels? 100% acrylic. That's good because that's what I'm using on mine. And it has 3.5 ounces. All right, I bought 3 of them, but I can only find 2 of them. I'll find the other one. But you wanted to see what it looked like stitched up. And so I stitched up several of them. 6, actually. I want you to see what they look like. All right. Now, I'm going to go to this other camera real quick because we already know what the giveaway is, right? So you'll see that behind these, and then we'll talk about the giveaway. That way we can give people time to get in here, okay? All right, so this is what the scramble looks like stitched up, okay? Here's the scramble from Sundance, and you can get them on Hirschner's for $3.99 a ball. So they're really pretty, and all the colors land differently. Okay, and I really, really like it. I think it's going to look really pretty with my other squares. So I just wanted to mention that first. Okay, now, since I moved those, we can see and be reminded what the giveaway is for November. You're going to get these 5 skeins of Wander acrylic yarn. It's so slick and pretty and smooth. I've noticed that as I moved it around, some of the strands are starting to come out. So they're really slick and smooth. It reminded me of some of those other ones that are like Simply Soft. But I made something with some, but I can't remember what it was. But this particular set is the Jewel Tones. Okay? You're going to receive these exact skeins of yarn. Okay? And then you can have your choice between the 2 types of crochet hooks that Buddy made. A friend who, she doesn't want her name said, but she donated this $60 set of crochet hooks. This is the handle that goes with this set. And this set has the Susan Bates style hooks. I should have taken one of these out. There we go. This is a velvet box, by the way, with a magnetic lid. It's super cool. Okay, this is the Susan Bates style hooks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those that comes with this gorgeous handle. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, you can choose that with the magnetic box. That's so cool. Or you can choose this set. And this set is the purple because, of course, Buddy's son's favorite color was purple with all the different ones. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hooks and the handle. All right. So when I call your name, remember, never, ever, 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 ever put your email address, your shipping address, your phone number, any personal information whatsoever in a public comment anywhere. Okay, so when you're the winner, you can contact me 2 ways because I won't chase you down. You have to contact me because I don't have your contact information. Okay, so underneath this video, you can click on the link that says website. When you go to the website, there'll be a little box that says contact us. Click that contact tab and it will shoot an email right to me and you can give me your shipping address and email. Okay? Or you can go to Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. It's my business page. Don't go to my personal page because if we're not friends, I won't see the message. Okay? So go to my business page, Posh Pooch Designs. That link actually is also down below this as well. But you can just go to Facebook and search it and send me a private message, okay? And then you can send me your shipping address. All right, now, when you do that and you're the winner, tell me which set that you want. The purple one that's Susan Bates, or, I'm sorry, the teal and blue one that's Susan Bates style with the velvet and the magnetic box, or the purple one that is what we call the boy style, B-O-Y-E, okay? All righty, so are you ready to find out who the winner is? I see some drum rolls. Okay, I took extra care to make sure I spelled it correctly. I've been doing that since that snafu where I wrote the wrong name down. All right, our winner is, and I know I saw you in here, Sylvia Ragosa. Sylvia, S-Y-L-V-I-A, Ragosa, R-A-I-G-O-S-A. Now, if I pronounced your name wrong, Sylvia, please forgive me. I try to use the Google, you say how to pronounce this and then it says it back to you. And that's the way they pronounced it. I see you. Congratulations, Sylvia. Be sure and contact me. If you contact me today or tomorrow, I will try my best to get it out either Friday or Saturday. All right? All righty. That's just an amazing thing. The crochet hooks, like I said, were donated from someone who has watched me probably before I was ever even on YouTube. And she just wanted to give those. Basically, she's making a donation to Buddy's scholarship fund. And he's donating these for today's giveaway. That's $60. That's a lot of money. And then these wanders are $5 a piece. So that's $25. That is a big giveaway. All right. And so I was really super excited to do this giveaway. The other thing I want to tell you is I'm already putting together December's giveaway. And last year, the year before, I did a bunch of Christmas yarn. But by the time you get it, you've probably already got your Christmas projects done. And so I'm putting something else together this year. And I'm having kind of fun doing it. I love picking out yarns for giveaways because I do love giveaways. I love to give stuff away. I think everyone should crochet or at least knit or play with yarn, okay? All right. Well, congratulations, Sylvia. Like I said, contact me and I will get that out to you. It's really fun when I'm doing this live video and I see the person's name come up. And I love that I saw her name come up and everything. And I was so excited. I just couldn't wait to tell you that you won. All righty. I'm going to set these aside. Now, remember, let me know which type of crochet hooks that you want. Okay? All right. I'm going to set this aside over here so it doesn't get knocked over. There we go. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you real quick is I had a lot of questions about Christmas buttons. I was going to show you these. These are some Christmas buttons I just picked up from Hobby Lobby. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, I mean, this is puppies and like Christmas stuff. And this one is Santa and Mrs. Claus and a reindeer. And this one is one of those red trucks with Christmas trees. And the Christmas trees are plaid. Okay, so the reason I'm showing you these is I get tons of questions about where do you find your Christmas buttons. And a lot of people only look in the fabric department. But if you go to Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, go over to the scrapbooking department. They have the best buttons over there. And then a lot of times if they're set up for the holiday, like Easter or 4th of July or, I don't know, what other holidays we celebrate? Valentine's Day. And they have the aisles set up. They'll have the holiday buttons in those aisles as well. Okay? And I tell people that's because they're like, I looked in the fabric department. I couldn't find anything. But the scrapbooking department is where they have the best buttons. They really do. This brand, it's called, I think it's called Dress It Up. Yeah, Dress It Up. Those have a lot of really cute buttons. These are the Christmas craft ones here. And they're on the craft aisle over in the Christmas stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you all about that because we want, you know, on our crochet items, we love lots of buttons. Of course, I love wooden buttons. But we want to make sure we have some really cute, fun buttons. And I think those would all be, if you make those crochet globes, you know what I'm talking about, where they look like a snow globe? I think those kind of be so cute in there. They also have the nativity ones, and I also saw one that was just like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers, and they were just reindeers with red noses. Wouldn't that be fun to kind of put through that? I mean, there's just tons of beautiful buttons. Check the Christmas aisles. Check over the scrapbooking departments. Don't just look in the fabric because they don't have as much there. I mean, they have some, but you're not going to find the cutesy buttons unless you look around. I'm drinking a lot of coffee because my throat is dry and, you know, I talk too much, but that's okay. All righty. Let's see. What else? Oh, I want to do a shout out this week. This particular young lady, it's another one where I was looking at some other ones that I got recommendations for, and I was like, that person hasn't posted in over 2 years. Maybe I won't, you know, maybe I'll give her a chance to get something new on there. And so I found this particular girl. Her name is Tess. Tess of Tess Loves Yarn. I say girl, she's probably 45 or 50. I don't know. It doesn't matter. She loves yarn. She's a yarnie. Okay. Tess of Tess Loves Yarn. That's her YouTube channel. And I really found her channel to be delightful. I mean, sometimes I watch a channel and, you know, I smile and I enjoy what they're talking about. And, you know, because a lot of times I'm crocheting while I'm watching these. I'm mostly listening. But this lady, she kept me listening, you know, and she was delightful. You could tell she really is real and really truly loves what she's doing. And so I really, really liked her. So I put her link down underneath this video. So you can go and click that link, or you can just search for Tess Loves Yarn. Okay. And you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Because our crochet community is huge. And there's tons of people out there that we need to learn from and that we need to encourage. Because that's what all these shout outs are all about. It's to encourage other people who have crochet channels and, you know, art channels and similar love of yarn that we have. Okay? Because I think that I just don't believe in all this competition against each other in the crochet world. And not that it's out there. It may be. I haven't felt it. But I do believe that we need to be each other's greatest encouragers and cheerleaders when it comes to this type of stuff. You know, some channels, mostly what they do is, you know, podcasts. And I like those kind too. And then there's some that mostly what they do is maybe Ammies, like the lady I talked about last week. Ammies are her thing. And then there's other people that do tons of sweaters and big projects and things like that. And that's great. And so that what I'm trying to say by that is there's a whole lot of different kinds of people in our crochet world, you know, in our YouTube crochet world or whatever. And we need to encourage each other. That's right, Antoinette. There is room for everyone. All different kinds of likes and all different kinds of styles. I mean, there's people out there, you see something that's crocheted and you're like, I know where that pattern came from. You know, Heidi of Snappy Tots. I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but she does have amazing patterns. And when you see something made by her, you know it because it's her style. And there's a lot of people that are like that. And I love that. We have different niches. Is that how you said niches? Different likes and ways that we do things. And we can learn from each other and learn lots of things. And I think, you know, when it comes to crochet, it's one of those arts that is constantly changing, that it's never done. Because just when you think you've learned something, you learn something more. Or just when you think you've never seen, that you've seen all the types of yarns or colors you could possibly see, then there's some more, you know. And I love that. I think it's super fun. It makes me super happy. Okay, so Tess of Tess Loves Yarn, go give her some yarny love, okay? All righty. Now, let's talk about what we did this week when it comes to projects, okay? Now, I have told you for the remainder of 2024, we're not going to be doing the this and that videos. And that's because I have a lot of extra patterns that I want to get out there, a lot of simple, fun things. And then in the new year, we'll go back to trying to have this and that videos every week, okay? So if you have questions that weren't answered, go and look through the this and that playlist on my YouTube channel. See if you can find some answers. If you can't, you can always send me an email, and I'll put it in my list of things for answering and demoing on our this and that video series, okay? All right, so last week, instead of the this and that video, we did the Christmas balls. And let me show you. I love these. They're so much fun. Let me go down to my other camera here. And you can see I did some in solids. Some have 3 colors. Some have 2 colors. And they're just super fun. And I just thought it'd be a great fun idea to have for a game. Have baskets, let people throw them in, give them as party favors. You can hang them on ribbon and hang them on your tree. Just lots of different things. Someone even posted that they would make them all out of white sparkle yarn and have a snowball fight inside with the kids. What a great way to play, because these are soft stuffed balls. They don't have the plastic inside of them. And they're for fun and games and play. And also to use up a whole bunch of leftover Christmas yarns. Okay? I was going to call them crazy Christmas balls, but I didn't want them to sound any negative in any way. I wanted them to be silly. Okay? And a lot of people call these baubles also, but I don't care whether you call them balls or baubles. They're lots of fun. And I find them to be fun to make and fun to give away and play with. You know, you could have a party with a bunch of your grandkids' friends or your kids' friends. Sorry, I'm talking too much again. And then you could give them let them each pick one, or find out what their favorite colors are and make them in their favorite colors. Anyway, I think they're just super fun. And that's what we did on Wednesday. And I love them. And I love this bowl. My mom gave it to me. I have had it for years. It's got a snowman and snowflakes on it. The other thing that we did was what's right behind me there. We did this yesterday. This is our Scrap Happy project for November. And I called it the Ugly Sweater Christmas Tree Skirt. Because what I did is I gathered up a bunch of red and green in different shades and white. Some are sparkly. Some, of course, are variegated, and some are ombres. I'm going to let you see it closer up here in the camera. And I did this yesterday. And it is really a simple pattern, because once you get to about row 3, it's basically a repeat with increases. And then I trimmed it off with this yarn. And so I had a couple people tell me they would really like to try to find it. They didn't know where it is. And I've had it for years. And so I just called it pom-pom yarn. But I looked it up. And Hirschner's has one called Pompadoodle. That's like this. And I think the balls on it are just a little bit bigger. But I also found several other ones on Hirschner's and Mary Maxim that have the pom-pom yarns. And they have solid red, solid white, and lots of other colors. One of them had purple. And so I used this because I had it on hand, because this is all about scrap yarn. I've got different shades of green and blue, striping yarns. This one is super fun how that turned out, and that's just variegated. And this is a Christmas variegated. This is a Christmas variegated, you know. And so it was a lot of fun. This one has like smoothie, I don't know what you would call that, but there's like lighter colors of the green and red and white in it. I don't know if you can see that. And then of course down here I've got sparkle yarns and stuff. But if you don't want to use this particular yarn, you don't want to go and find a pom-pom yarn or something, you could always trim it with any of the old eyelash yarns you might have laying around, or you can stitch up a pom-pom or popcorn stitch. 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, I did a Christmas tree skirt with Michael's yarn called Cranberries and Ivy. And I showed you how to make a pom-pom trim. The pom-pom trim is in our Friday Fun Day, but it's also in the Christmas playlist, okay? So if you can't get a hold of some pom-pom and you want that, you can make the snow ball trim. Okay, but I did, like I said, find a Christmas it's called Pompadoodle at Hirschner's, and it's on sale right now. I can't tell you how much it is because I did not write that down. Okay, but I also found some on Mary Maxim as well. So there are some options out there if you want to get some. But I had this on hand already, and I probably had it for about 5 or 6 years. And so I thought it would be super fun to add to this project. And like I said, this is a very simple Christmas tree skirt. It's basically a pentagon, 5-sided, with the 5th side open. See how it starts there? And it's all solid, and you just increase, adding in whatever colors that you want from your stash. And if your colors are not Christmas colors, say your whole Christmas theme is purples and silvers, wouldn't that be beautiful to do a whole bunch of different purples and silvers? Or maybe it's all blues and whites for snowflakes. Do that with lots of sparkle yarns. You could come up with some of the most beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree skirts. Now, this is a really good sized one. You can see it's a really good sized. I want to say 80 inches across, but I can't remember. You'd have to go and look on the page. Okay? And this is going to be under my tree this year. Because I'm kind of doing an ugly sweater party theme with my grandkids. I also have something for December where we're going to, for a pattern. So, how long did it take me to make it? I made it watching 5 Hallmark Channel Christmas movies. So that's usually 2 hours. So 10 hours. But I didn't make it all in one sitting. I didn't sit there for that long. Because, okay, so what I do is I don't sit down and watch the Hallmark Christmas movies when they're on all the time. So when they announce the new ones, there's 2 of them I record from. One, I think, or 3 of them. One is Up TV, one is Hallmark Channel, and one is Great American Channel. Okay, I have an app on my TV called Friendly. And so what I do is I go in and record, schedule them to record for when they come on. And then when they come on, I have them recorded. So then when I have time, I can sit down and watch a movie. And a lot of times, Wednesday afternoon and Friday afternoon is when I do my 2-hour Hallmark movie channel. Although it ends up being less because with the Friendly, I can cut out the commercials. Okay, so I've worked on this for several months, but I did it during that time. Because remember, I do everything way in advance. I mean, I'm already working on Valentine's Day and spring. Okay, so I know. But in order to have, big projects like this ready, I have to do it ahead of time. Yeah. And I love this. Okay, so one other thing that I'm working on with the Scrap Happy Christmas yarn is I'm working on some Scrap Happy or ugly sweater stockings. And I made 2. I need to do one more for my grandkids to go with our ugly, because I'm going to fill them with stuff and give them to them, to go with our theme of ugly sweater this year. And I was at Walmart in Mustang. Sometimes I go to because I live in between Yukon and Mustang. And sometimes I go to the Yukon Walmart. But this time Callie stayed with me for a couple of days while her parents were out of town. And so I dropped her off at school. And then I went to the Walmart in Mustang because, of course, she goes to school in Mustang. That's where they live. Okay, so they had probably 10 different racks of ugly sweater dresses, long onesies. They had a reindeer onesie that I want so bad, but it would probably freak out my grandkids if I wore that. That would be kind of fun. But they had a whole bunch of ugly sweaters and hats and socks. And I mean, ugly sweater stuff and ugly sweater parties is a huge thing right now. And I don't think they're ugly. I think they're adorable and I love them. So anyway, I'm going to do this with my grandkids. And so I'm doing kind of an ugly sweater theme this year. As in the past, when we lived in Colorado, we would have a Christmas party at our house like the Sunday evening after church before Christmas. And we'd have people over and we'd play games. And I made these little ugly sweater ornaments I also have the sweater ornaments, and I would make them extra, loud buttons and all that on them to use as, I'd have contests of whose sweater's the prettiest, which one's the ugliest, which one's the festivus. I give out these little, thing. Anyway, I'm going to do a lot of that this year, and I've been working on that. And so what I want to do is, for our ugly sweater, excuse me, my throat's getting dry again. So, I'm making the ugly sweater stockings or Scrap Happy stockings for our Scrap Happy project in December. But I don't want to make it too close to Christmas, so I'm probably going to do that the second Monday instead of I usually do it like the 3rd or 4th, depending on if we have 4 or 5 weeks in the month. But I want to do it towards the front of earliest in the month, so you have time to make some if you want to. It's going to be a really simple pattern that you can dress up with buttons and beads and lace and ugly sweater pom-poms and stuff. And I am going to use, I don't even know where I put my pom-pom yarn. Oh, there it is. I'm going to use some of this on those stockings. I do have some of the fun fur that's in silver, and I'm looking at my container over there. I think I have it red also. I might have to incorporate that so y'all can see how to use that. But anyway, I like to make things super silly and fun for my grandkids. They may be, my Aiden is almost 17, Callie is 15, Zoe is 12. They may be teenagers, but they're going to understand we still like to have fun. Anywho, I said all that because of my, ugly sweater. Ugly sweater, Scrap Happy, Christmas tree, skirt. And like I said, you don't have to make it like an ugly sweater. You can just use whatever colors that you want and add whatever you want to it because it really is just a basic pattern. Okay, and I do on the video talk to you a little bit with how I changed colors on there to make it easy, and also how to put on the pom-pom so that it's easier if you do decide to get the pom-pom. So you can find the pom-pom. It's called Pompadour Pompadoodle yarn, and I checked it this morning. Mary Maxim and Hirschner's. Okay. And you should have time between now and the next week or so to get it in so that you have time to get it done before Christmas. But that's why I wanted to do it early so that you would have time if you want to make a tree skirt, you know, to get it done early. Okay. All right. So the other thing that we did was on Friday, we did our Friday fun day. And I did, I updated, I should say, a washcloth. And it's super pretty. The original one I did in red and white, and I did one in green and white also. And I decided I wanted to update the pattern because I wrote the pattern about 10 years ago. And although I didn't make any changes to the pattern itself, I changed how the pattern looks and the font and pictures and all of that stuff. And this is the yarn that I used. And this is 3 of the new colors of the Premier yarn, cotton yarn that they had out. I think it's been out a couple of weeks now. And they have a new series of this speckle yarn. I think it's called Speckle. Yeah. And I purchased I think I have a blue one also. Or it might be purple. I can't remember. This is the green. This is the red. This is a yellow speckle. And when I saw these online, I thought, oh, that'd be so pretty to update my Christmas candy. I did call it Christmas candy ribbon, but I changed it to Christmas candy stripes because it's not really a ribbon. And it does have a movement because you're doing 2 singles, 2 doubles, 2 singles, 2 doubles, you know, for the stitch. And it's a really simple 2-row repeat because every 2 rows is stitched the same. I just changed colors every 3 rows, it's actually every 6 rows, but 2 rows of each color. And I just love it. And if you get 3 of these, you'll have enough to make 2 washcloths, which is a nice set. Okay. And it's a really simple, easy pattern. And I just added just a fun little trim. We went around with red, and then I put a green trim. And it would be pretty if you added a yellow trim on top of the green just to keep the colors going. But it's really, you know, it's not necessary or anything. And this measures 10 by 10. So it's a nice size for washing your face or your body. Or if you want to use it as a dishcloth in the kitchen, you can. I don't, when I do a really fancy one like this, because to me this is fancy because it's just so pretty, I don't usually use those in the kitchen. And the reason is I don't want to get grease in them because I know my husband and my grandkids, they spill some butter or something, they're going to just grab whatever dishcloth is there. And so I would rather have them use these with soap in the shower or in the bathroom to wash their, I guess if your face is greasy, but it's different than spilt grease or, you know, melted butter or something. I don't want to get them too ruined. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm keeping this one and I'm making another one. I'm going to actually use these in my guest half bath that I have off the kitchen. Because I don't usually decorate my guest bathroom. That's the full bathroom by the 2 bedrooms. I don't, my 2 guest bedrooms. Well, this bedroom and the guest bedroom. This is actually a guest bedroom also, but it's a yarn room. But anyway, I don't usually change that up for the holidays. But my little half bath that's off the kitchen in the living room, because that's where people usually go when they're over. I usually do that one because it's just a half bath. And I don't have to do like shower curtains, and it doesn't have any windows or anything like that. So I was just thinking about how I couldn't say Pompadoodle. Okay, so oh, I forgot to tell you, these are $1.99. And you're getting 96 yards or 1.94 ounces on these. By the way, the Premier Cotton Home. And they have several new colors. I have some more new colors over there. And they have several new colors that are really fun. And I just love these speckle ones. They're just, I think it just really makes this washcloth style super pretty. Okay, I think we covered everything. Now, tomorrow, tomorrow's video is not going to be Christmas. it's like my last video. It's a small crochet pattern for Thanksgiving. And it was for a friend. She's a silly friend, although I have never met her in person. But she and I are like kindred spirits because she's a goofball like me. And she'll send me something and it will make me laugh so hard. So then I'll send her something and she'll laugh so hard. And we've been known to video ourselves laughing. I actually met her the first time when we lived in Tulsa. And before, I grew up in Tulsa, but after my husband retired, we moved back to Tulsa, Oklahoma to raise our kids because that's where my mom and my sisters were and all my nieces and nephews and stuff. And I wanted my kids to know their nieces or their cousins. Anywho, that was when I first started designing online. And I started my Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page, which was mostly dog and cat and animal things. And her first request she ever made was for a dog bed that didn't have any stuffing in it. She just wanted something flat, basically for her little dog. She had a little dog and a little cat that sleep together, and she wanted something just for them to sit on top of her bed while she was, in bed at night. But she didn't want them on her, but she wanted them on the bed. Anyway, long story short, that's how I met her all those years ago. And she has followed me. Let's see, we lived there for 16 years, and then we lived in Colorado for 13 years, and we've been here 2.5. So that tells you how long she's followed me. And so she's done tons of my crochet patterns, and she's been bugging me like crazy to do the pattern that I did for tomorrow. I hope it turns out good for you guys. It's so silly. It's a silly, fun pattern, but it's also a useful pattern. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you. Let me check my watch, see how we're doing. Okay, well, we're over our 30-minute mark. And and then I have something really silly and fun for Friday Fun Day. And then on Monday, I have Friday and Monday, we'll be back to some Christmas items, okay? So, I'm thinking about this video tomorrow. I hope that you enjoyed tomorrow's video. It's so much fun. Sometimes I record videos and I'm like, okay, well, that turned out good, or I'll leave and I'll go, okay, that wasn't my best work, but it'll still work because I made a mistake here that I had to fix or whatever, And so then I have to do a bunch of editing or refilming and stuff. This one I've been working on for tomorrow. I can hardly get through without laughing. It's just so funny. And I keep thinking about my friend who is just so funny. Everybody needs friends who will make you laugh. And I hope that I'm that friend to all of you guys, because I love to laugh, and I don't mind laughing at myself, and I love silly jokes. Kim, that's in our Facebook group, Coffee and Crochet with Sara on Facebook, she comes up with the funniest memes and the funniest jokes, and it just makes me laugh. And I love people that make me laugh. I really, really do. Okay? Like I said last week, laughter is great medicine. When you're feeling down, get online and look at some memes. They're so funny. And don't be afraid to laugh at yourself either. Because I'm not. Alrighty. Well, our time is up. Don't forget to go see Tess at Tess Loves Yarn and give her a like, a share, and subscribe. And give her some encouraging words and tell her I sent you. And have a fantastic week. And next week, I'm going to tell you all about, I forgot I was going to mention this. I'm going to tell you all about the Black Friday sale that we're going to be doing to help email. I was reading Sylvia's note. She said, I already emailed you. So I said, email. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay. I'm going to tell you all about our Black Friday sale to help raise money for my granddaughter's choir trip. Okay. It's just, I'm going to tell you more about it, but it's going to be on Ravelry. It's going to be a buy one, get one. So anyway, we'll do that. I'll tell you all about it when it starts and all of that next Tuesday. All right. My voice is shot. I'm going to let you go. And I want you to have a fantastic week. Bye now.